How did you meet Gareth Conley's story, and why did you want to direct this film?
My producer, Kerry Roberts, gave me Garrett's book, and I read it very quickly. I think I was fascinated to hear about this thing that I'd heard about, conversion therapy, and discover the madness of it. And, then I discovered inside of it not just madness, but a lot of love and a lot of hopefulness, because Garrett's family were very particular. They sent him to this place out of love, thinking they were helping him. And that to me was such a strange concept. I thought this would be like parents who hate their kid who was like, go to this place. But to think that they thought they were doing the right thing, and that his mother in the aftermath, changed her mind, I thought that very fact was worth making this into a movie for people to watch as a way to go. We often can make mistakes, but we can also change our mind.
And do you think the film can help to show how dangerous these therapies are?
Absolutely. I think, there's something simple in this movie that it just shows you one place that pretends that or says that they can change someone's sexuality. I think there's a clear sense when you watch the film that these kind of ideas can be very damaging to people. And so I think that people can watch the film, discover something that maybe they didn't know about, that therapy exists like this, and to see the effects it can have on young people, their families, and the community at large. And, we call it, like, have you ever heard the expression lifting the lid on something? When you take the lid off something, it exposes it. And to bring it out into the open with a hope that we can get rid of it.
Yeah. And do you think homophobia is growing in Western countries like United States, Brazil, or European Union, for example?
I think homophobia is something that exists in the fabric of a lot of cultures. I also know for a fact, like if you look at GLAAD, who have done a statistical study, that in the recent government change in America, because of the way politics and the media spread information, and as we know in the United States, the rights and freedoms of LGBTQ people are at risk. And the statistics kind of showed that for a period of time, homophobic behavior or attitudes kind of got better or less. And then with the government change and new policies, and that people are moving further into a more homophobic state generally. So I don't know the exact figures and details, but it is interesting to note that, the way political figures identify and the way the media present can mean that that situation can go up and down. And, we always hope that we become more progressive, but there is a chance we always go backwards too. Yeah.
Okay. Your character is based on a real person. Did you meet him, and does he think about the film?
So, yeah, I met John Schmidt is his name. I met him, and he has now turned his back on the therapy. He says it doesn't work. He now leads a very different life. He was once gay. He went back in the closet, and now he's in a relationship with a man. And he says he turned his back on the therapy. He was very positive about the film. He thinks that the film is very good. It's great that it exists. He was at the New York premiere. He's been a good supporter of the film. It's tough for him too, because I talk about him in the press and his name is in there. So if he's Googling, he's constantly being talked about. And I know that he's getting pressure from people who still run conversion therapy because they would like to say, oh, it was all John. He did all the wrong things. We didn't do it. It was just John. So I think they're using him as a bit of a scapegoat, which I think is a bit of a shame. But yeah, I think he supports the movie, and he definitely does not support conversion therapy anymore.